As I said before, no one's here yet. But that's okay. Because last time we had two people. All those beautiful people came to see me stream, see me fumble my words, all of that good stuff. But yeah, today, once again, we're playing Our Life, Beginning and Always. The thing about Our Life is I love this game. But this is my first time playing this game. I played this game a total of 3 times now. Not all the way through, so I do not know what happens at the end. Um, EP. Yes, PP. But I do not know what happens at the end. But what we will be doing is playing all the way to the end. You can't hear. Oh no! I hope you can. Says I'm talking. Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me now? I hope people can hear me. Hear me. Oh, duh. See if we can fix this. I know nothing about Twitch. Not a lot. This is literally the first time streaming was yesterday. Before that, I didn't even go on Twitch. So I just thought, we can have some fun. Have fun. Let me see. Can she hear me? Hope she can. I'm gonna start. If you can't hear me, say it again. Ah, okay. She can hear us. Yay! Us. It's just us. It's me and her right now, isn't it? Oh, okay. So, like I was saying, we're playing Our Life Beginning and Always. I played earlier this morning, and by earlier, I mean very early. It was 4 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to save that recording. So, if you're coming back, or if you're new, I'm so sorry. You're not going to really know what's going on. Maybe I can do a little quick overview. Yeah, maybe I can do a little quick overview. Basically, we are made a character. We're a kid right now, but we will be going through our adolescence and teenage years and adult years as the story goes on. And we we befriended a kid named Cove. Very weird name, I know. But we befriended him because their dad gave us $20 because his friend has no friends. He's a loser. But yeah, we befriended him because of that. We decided to make my character our character. Say our character. Kind of like mysterious, but a little sassy, very direct. Doesn't have time for bullshit. So we were kind of bullying Cove just a bit, just a little bit. But it's just like how kids are. Kids are stupid. So we're gonna be a kid. We're gonna be a kid for this time because that's what we're doing. We're gonna be a kid. And now, as we grow up, of course, that relationship will change. I'm trying to figure out if it's gonna be romantic or not. It might. I'm a sucker for romance, so we gonna see. We gonna see. Okay, enough talking. I've been talking a lot. It's like talking for like 6 minutes. Okay, let's play the game. Let's see here. Oh no, not the one. Wait, do I have to open the game? No shit, Barry. Hold on, y'all. I gotta log in. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see here. Not loading. That's okay. We will find a way. Sorry, y'all. Did we do it? Our life. Our lifing? Oh my gosh. Ah! No, not the flower. Hold on, sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I fucked up. This is embarrassing. That's okay. Life is full of embarrassments, as they say. Oh, I think I just saw someone. So aesthetically pleasing. I love the purple too. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we got it now. Let's just a little better. I hope that's a little better. Turned it down for you guys. Okay. Yeah. So let's get to playing. Early the next morning, you were poking at your food, eating it slowly. Your sister Lizzie had run out earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, just like your moms had promised, Cole was coming over to hang out. Oh, we love beautiful moms. Mommy milkers. Excited to see your new friend again, Kyrie? We're not friends, really. Okay. With that said, are you done with your breakfast? Yeah. Haha, I don't know. Am I? Her bowl was entirely empty, so you nodded. Well, we did say Kyrie was a little sassy. You know, he has an attitude problem. So we're gonna go with the middle option. Ha ha ha. I don't know, am I? Because I just feel like that's something the sassy kid. I would say that. I'm not even a kid. Gesture down to the empty dish in front of you, raising your eyebrows dramatically. Okay, we see. Good job. He should be here soon. Ooh. Lena began, and then on cue, there was a knock. It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure they were in the right place. Still loud, though. We need to get a more obvious doorbell. I know. Kyrie, could you get it? Because Mom said so, you wandered over to the door. Ooh, oh yeah. You guys are new. We have Cove's dad, who is literally a daddy, but in my perspective, he's some little more. That's who he is. He great. And we have the loser. I'm sorry, his son, Big Cass. We don't know how he got that, by the way, but we have little loser baby kid who cries a lot. Mr. Cove. Cove's dad. Hey, Miller family. Thanks for having us. Mr. Holden, as your moms have called him, and his son were here. Cove looked different in the bright lighting of the living room when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him and mommy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. He studied Cove apprehensively. This was his parents' plan. Parents' plan, not yours. Not seeming any more excited than you were, he just stared back. Do you want to go play in your room, Kyrie? Sure. I've got some cool stuff. Come look. Okay. Take care. Let us know if you need anything, you two. Have fun, kids. See you later, son. Play nice. That makes me anxious. Does he play rough? Is he a rough person? No. Well, that's probably how you got the cast. You led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. Yes, be proud. There were lots of stuff in it. Full bed, a window to look out. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it. He leaned in a little, closer to one of your drawings. I like this. We got options. Me too. I drew that. Thank you. I don't. Oh, well, he was proud of his room. It wouldn't even make much sense. He'd be like, yeah, I don't like that. Especially if he had it hung up. So let's just say he drew it. Maybe he might have an artistic bone in his body. He drew it. Cool. You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed it. You turned to look around the room a little, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. Started to feel a bit nervous. The atmosphere was kind of awkward. You were glad for the company. You hoped he liked your room. Well, he doesn't really consider him a friend. So, didn't really want him to come over with him. So I feel like the two of them, they're going to have like an awkward footing. They just met each other. So we're going to go with this. Because I feel like myself in a situation, because it's not about me. But I feel like if I was in that situation, I would definitely feel awkward. It's just like, who is this kid? So, yep. I wanted to say something, but then know what? So you let him keep looking. Then his eyes landed on the tiny box of beach stains you collected, tucked away by your door. Took a step towards it, before hesitating and pointing at it instead. What's that? A little eyebrow raise, a little attitude. Like, what was that? A hoard of stuff I found on the beach. Do you have any driftwood in there? Dragging the box to the middle of the room, Yuko flopped down next to it. I do. Look. Gestured to a piece at the bottom, still covered with specks of sand. Neat. This is a good collection. You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't just saying it to be nice, or to be like Shiloh. He actually meant it. Forgot about Shiloh. Shiloh? He's friends with my older sister, and he's supposed to hang out here this afternoon. Remember Shiloh. Do I have to see him? Yes. You don't have to do anything, but he's going to be here. Anyway, I found this gigantic shell here stuck to an even bigger rock. Pulled out seashell after seashell, explaining where you got each one holding up. Can't speak. Holding them up against the light. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off in the bathroom sink when you brought them home, cleaning off the sand. Past few years, you even learned some of their scientific names. Nerd. The question was so huge and varied that you had lots of funny stories to tell for all of them. Your voice walked her a little bit, but you kept going as best as you could. Well, as well as being artistic, let's also make him a nerd. Because be a scientist when he grows up, I don't know. Marine biologist. You had a whole picture book dedicated to different shells and sea life. You learned a lot by flipping through its pages. Apparently fascinated either by the stories about the shells themselves, Cole listened to what looked like full force of his attention. It was new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus, even if it was only directed at the shells. Kids, come down to the living room. You could tell the idea was making them unhappy, but Mommy wasn't giving you much of a chance to hang around. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You guessed it was because he thinks you found each other by accident, not that a parent made it happen. Mr. Holden must be right that telling Cove his dad was a part of that would be a bad idea. He had no shit. Before you knew it, you'd both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room, ready for Shiloh. Ruby sat side by side on the floor of your mom's entryway. I brought the box of shells. I'll make you looking at them. Great. Okay, but be careful. Should have asked. But like we said, Kyrie has an attitude problem. But I think, well, you don't make him an asshole. Well, he is kind of an asshole. Kids are assholes. The best. Okay, but be careful. I feel like you said you shouldn't get it. I'll make it more awkward. I love drama. Sorry. Fine. The sun is done. You open the lid, peering inside again. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh. He hadn't spoken aloud yet. He turned to you with his eyes shining. I think this one is the best. Favorite too. I like the different one best. I can show it to you. You can take it. No. Don't take my stuff. Who are you? I don't even. That's his favorite too. Cole smiled at you, and you both admired the shell together. It was a giant coat. With shades of dark and light orange. Held up to your ear, you could practically hear the ocean. Not the ocean, it's blood rushing, but kids are kids. It's not cash names. Found that one last summer on a picnic. You were still sitting on the floor, looking through your collection of beach stains when the doorbell finally rang. Oh, look at this smile. Okay, I guess it's not that much of a... Hope jumped, startled by this. If the person hadn't knocked, he figured it was probably Shiloh. He knew where to look for that. Was he his friend? He nodded, but that didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell he was thinking right away. This isn't a good idea. Who are you? It's just Shiloh. And where would you even go? Home. He's at our only door. If you go upstairs, he'll find you. Cove glanced around the room, his eyes wide, and finally paused with his gaze locked on the back of the house. I can go out the window. He was already walking towards it. Oh my gosh. Gremlins think of something to say. You step forward, then pause. You want to break your other arm? Shiloh is the least scary person alive. Cheer up, Shiloh's gonna like you. Please don't get hurt. I'll come with you. Good idea. Let's go. Honestly, the first option, that is hilarious. Do you want to break your other arm? Like, dude, do you really want to do that? Sure. So let's do that one. Even I don't jump out any of the windows here. This is my house. Well, why would you? Why are you jumping out the window? Oh, the distance from the first living room window wasn't far, but you could tell it made Cove nervous anyway. He touched the cat. One had clearly released from his sails. I don't want to break any more bones. Yeah, good job. Good job. I don't think anyone wants to. Period. Yeah. I don't want to see him. I don't know him. Well, you didn't know Kyrie. Now you guys are hanging out at his house, so... Teased him. You comforted him. You encouraged him. I'm gonna definitely tease him, because you're a loser. What's a chicken? You gotta see new people every day walking down the street. Oh, what's a chicken? No, what a chicken. You gotta see new people every day walking down the street. So what? I gotta go home. Ella put his head in the living room. It was impossible to know if he heard what she'd been saying or not, but you guessed he had. Hi. Aw, look at Shiloh, little guy. Hi, Kyrie. And hi, Cove. Cove shot you an uneasy glance. Stop it. Hi. I'm Shiloh. It's nice to meet you. Yeah. You're such an asshole. Oh, you have a lot of freckles. Your arm's broken. Oh, what's your point? Right, I do. He's not even doing anything. You're making him feel bad. What are you guys doing? Looking at shells. Awesome. Can I do it too? Go shrug and look back at your box of beach findings. What about that one? The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach scene some more. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else. This is a scallop shell I found last week. I kept it because it looked neat. It's a pretty color, kind of like my cat's. Beautiful glittering pink did look a little bit like a wrap around. Pink is a nice color. Okay. Oh. Is it your favorite? Not really. What is? Blue. Might be yellow. You're not giving him any crumbs. Give him something. Oh, those are all cool. I guess. Yes. Like those colors too. There are better colors. Not sure how to deal with the suddenly more awkward silence. You look back at your shows. I feel like talking will make it worse. Let's just do the bottom. Like usual, it didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Because he was his favorite. Without her around, Shiloh didn't seem to know what to do. Folks like your sister, who wasn't that much like you either. Was he coming back? Ooh. Aww. Where'd she go? I think she's at the beach, probably. She's playing at her park? Bo's eyes lit up at the mention of the park. He looked towards you. There's a park? Yep, but it's old. Can you show me? I'm gonna go. I was getting up before you had even answered, and Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement. Really? You do too? What? Really? You do too, right, Kyrie? The park is fun. I love it. The park is pretty great. No. I feel like this is just... Let's say no. Let's see what would happen. Oh. I still want to go see. You? Yeah. puppy watching a ping pong match. I'll look back and forth between you and Cove. So, are we going to find Lizzie? No. Really want to see her. Just want to check the park out. Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you. Okay. He perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. Here. After getting permission from your moms, the three of you are ready to head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your moms that it was so short. Could always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was hanging on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Oh my god. Oh, good thing we have water. Okay. Lizzie, her face lit up when she saw big brown eyes. Kyrie, Shiloh. She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. Split second, Shiloh had abandoned you and scrambled over to stand by her. Well, yeah, you guys were pretty funny. Dude, found someone fun. You were used to being left out when it was just the three of you. Now Cole was here. Well, maybe you were just as boring as when it was just. Maybe that's why. So. You weren't sure if this was an improvement. Oh, hey, Lizzie. That. Oh, he's new. Hi. I remember. Hi, Cove. Come to my park. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together. Gestured wryly with her arm to present the area to the newcomer. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes through the warm sand. Nice, huh? This neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. You are? Yeah, I am. Who else can handle the job? Lizzie is the eldest. By a lot. My mom said you're Kyrie's age. Yeah. Thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits. What about other kids? Their kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Shiloh is just visiting from another place, so that's boring. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the oldies don't try to steal your youth. Oh. For a second, it looked like he might cry again. Oh god, don't do that. But something in his eyes shifted and he looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people? Like moms and dads or grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Almost said same, that wouldn't be good. Why? You haven't done anything. Only some of them don't like kids. Stop saying stuff like that. You're gonna upset him. Yeah, they're really bad. You went along with her, wiggling your fingers menacingly at Cove. He sniffled, his forehead creasing with worry. Lizzie was staring down, but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't even seem to care that he was there. He went into his own head. Kyla was the next one to speak, completely unaware of the situation. I met Lizzie and Kyrie in school. You'll see tons of them there once summer is over. I don't want to go to it. I don't want summer to end. Kyla looked down at the dirt. He has had much luck striking up conversations. I like summer vacation a lot too. All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort at how weird she thought Cove was, at something else entirely. You didn't really know, but she laughed, face scrunching up. Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat. Put up your feet. To it. Is right. For the rest of the summer, Cove was always there. Saw him more often than Shiloh, and on some days when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life, the way the sun and lunch and the beach were. That first summer, you hadn't really been interested in him, one way or another. He was kind of just fact of life. Some you met with because he was there. Of course, that was only the start. Ooh! Okay, so, you guys, since I've played this game technically 3 times now, every stage of their life, they have these little I want to say kind of like scenarios, but you know what happens. I don't know what the word is, but you play through them, and that's supposed to develop the relationship better. Of course, you have the option to skip, but if you want the relationship to develop and get the full experience of the game, you want to go. They do take a while, but that's why we're breaking it up. so I don't bore you guys to death, and I don't bore myself to death. So I'm gonna ask you guys, which one do you guys want to see first? Because it doesn't matter what order we go to. Shopping, grown up, long day, sandcastle, or fireflies. What do you guys? I'm reading the chat. What do you? Hope is cute. Yes, it's very, very. Okay. Well, guess I'll just. We go to shopping. I know a certain person on here loves to shop, so why not? Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? The familiar voice drifted across the street and drew your attention away from the sale. And watching inch slowly across the pavement. I love snails. Come wait. Come. Go wait in front of his dad, pushing his green hair back off his face where the breeze was blowing over his lap. He looked to be paying only a minimal amount of attention as he was being handed a paper. It reminded you of when you first met Mr. Holden, although he's probably not paying to be friends with him. Oh. Bo's dad seemed to feel your gaze somehow, or maybe you made a noise, because a second later his eyes were on you. He looked you over from the signal. Yes, smiled at you. He looked happy to see you. He still wasn't here for getting caught. Learn how to be more sneaky. Sure. You brushed your hands together to free them of sand, then jogged over to join the two. See you again. What an excitement. Are you up to today, Kyrie? Tough. I found a really cool snail across the road. He was slimy, with funny eyes. Mr. Holden grinned at your enthusiasm. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holden's attention returned to Cove, who was preoccupied with folding the bills he had in tiny rectangles. Sounds fun. You know, Cove was about to hit the stores by the beach. Why don't you go with him? You shrugged. Cove was in the process of making a similar motion. You didn't have anything else to do, and you hadn't been to the stores in a few days. Maybe there was something new to look at. Maybe. Is that okay?
I guess.
I'm by myself, but I guess it is. You don't have to. Great. I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Yeah, loads. Mr. Holden reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather wallet filled. Sounded odd since your mom's only ever seemed to have cards in theirs. Here. He leaned in to pass a crisp 10 to Cove, giving him a wink. Get something for your friend, too. $? Must be cheap. Sure. Okay. Be back. I have some things to do. Let me just put this right here, and I'll be back. If you want to, enjoy yourself, get a snack, whenever you feel comfortable. I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. Hello! I'm back, you guys. Hope you didn't miss me. Well, I hope you did miss me. I had to do my old duties. Alright, let's get back to the game. Sure. That's my boy. His dad ruffled his son's hair as he was dragging him back up. Bill in his hand still held out towards the Take care. Bob accepted the bill with Bob accepted the bill after a second and slipped it in his pocket. One last nod to his dad, he turned and started walking. He followed after him, intrigued at the possibilities his outing might bring. Cole strayed towards a gentle tide, picking up the sand, and he fell into place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining. There weren't any clouds in the sky. Wind coming off the ocean kept being too big. A deep breath, enjoying the scent of the salt in the air. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his hand a little. Slowed down to wait for him. I searched around him. Are you looking for snails? Are you looking for shells? What is it? You didn't feel need to ask why. Oh, Sea Cove have a thing with shells. Let's Cove started a little at the sound of your voice and mumbled sort of. If you see any, you can let me know. You managed that. You dropped your view to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on them. You were good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home. I always found new ones whenever you visited. Noise, the sound of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise. And you played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting as close to the water as possible without getting wet. It resulted in you having to run up the sand quickly, when a wave rushed in more than a few. Although Cole threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. You didn't either. What did you want to go to the shops for? What do you usually do on the beach? What's that? You might be buying us a little present. Little old me. I need a new sand paddle. Yeah? What happened to your old one? Wolf narrowed his eyes, seemed to think deeply for a second. Wow. It disappeared. Sure. What? Really? Wolf ducked his head down, lacing his fingers behind his neck. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so you nudged his arm. How did that happen? Well, Wolf opened his mouth and shut it again, considering. I took it to the beach one day. Uh-huh. When I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it there? Nope. It wasn't at the beach when I went back. Then you lost it. It disappeared. How about you? What do you do out here? I don't come to the beach a lot. I like swimming. I like looking at fish, sandcastles, and nothing. Let's just say nothing, because all it really does is just get not sandcastles, shells. Let's just say nothing. I don't like the beach. I didn't say that. What? Cove looked taken aback by your declaration, wrinkling his nose and stared at you. The beach must matter a lot to him, but that makes sense. His name is Cove, after all. It was fate. Oh, we will see me. I actually want to go here. It'll be fun. A little vacay in the summer here. Reach the shopping area. The noise level gets, but not really. No longer just waves and footsteps, but the chat of people enjoying the lovely summer day. All the birds trying to find bits left behind, and a lot of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniff the air as you walk beside Cove. You still smell the ocean, but there are other scents now too. Pizza, hot and cold, pretzel, cheese. Nice. It's not very nice. Definitely nice. Energy surrounding the area seemed to fill you, and there was a bounce in your step as you began looking at all the familiar sights. There were so many things to do. You didn't know where to begin. You looked at Cole, hoping he was just as excited as you were. Cole was glancing from one side of the street to the other with a look in his aquamarine eyes that you couldn't quite work out. I love how they said aquamarine. Not just blue, teal, green. Aquamarine. It's just like the equivalent of saying like a Wattpad fanfiction. You know, like with his big brown orbs. Why would you say that? What's that? Cove pointed to a large crowd of people gathered near a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas blooming from their feet. You couldn't see past the dots who were blocking the way, but you knew there must be something worth seeing. Without another word, the two of you hurried over to see what all the... Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander. In the center of the crowd was a man with a top hat, a funny green coat that had 3 long sleeves. There's a little table that's trimmed with a cloth hanging over it that read, "The Amazing Alexander, glittery golden spoon." Might tell people his name, he's already on the sign. Both hummed with understanding, then turned to walk away just as the Amazing Alexander began shuffling it. "I want to see the show." Both glanced back at the man. He then briefly lifted his arms up off his sides, expecting them to... Okay. He may not be impressed, but at least he didn't ditch you. You grinned, waving for him to follow you as you raced back to stand in the crowd. That it began. The magic man pulled out one card out of the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. Warp dive. Watch close. You did, squeezing through a few of the onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man snapped his fingers, and the card just appeared. Whoa! The Amazing Alexander, who had earned the title, turned his head and looked directly at you. He reached out with a smile. "What's this behind your ear?" "Nothing. Tell me." Backed away. Well, he does seem very into this performance. Let's just say, tell me. Because I feel like he's very about it. I think he can be excited to see what's going on. That he's going somewhere and he needs to find out. It smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer. It was great. I love popcorn. You felt a tug, and then he pulled out the 4 of diamonds. He pulled the 4 of diamonds out. What? You knew that it couldn't really have come from your ear, but you still didn't get how he'd done it. There was a light applause from the crowd, and the man gave a deep bow. "This is for you." The magician plucked a pair of balloons from a clump of them tied down to his tail. Or for them in the shape of a dolphin instead of being a normal circle. That's fun. And one for your friend too. Thank you for being my assistant. Wow. Now you're really grateful he chose you. After that, he went to someone else in the crowd. "Pick a card, any card." Done. Uncle does that every time he visits. Not the balloons, the stuff with cards. Both spoke plainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that had been designated for him. Maybe it wasn't so special. Bo was just ruining the fun. At least you had a fun time. We wondered if Bo's whole family was magic. To me personally, I think he's just being a sourpuss. Like I said, he's a loser. Doesn't have any friends. Maybe this is why he's just a sourpuss. So, but like I said, Kyrie, let's not make him too grown up to realize things. Looks just he was being a kid. He's thinking about his family's magic. Make him like a little bit more, because right now he's kind of like, oh, whatever. So why not? If so, he was lucky. The crowd started to clear some, and you noticed that the side there was a whole rack of brightly colored kaleidoscopes on display. You picked up a quest, picked up a Rubik's Cube, picked up a magic 8-ball, you walked past the toys. Well, since we noticed the kaleidoscopes, why not we just pick those up? Oh, Cove, check this out. You shifted your balloon string in your other hand so you could bring the mysterious tunnel to your eye. A whole palette of colors appeared right in front of you, spinning into all kinds of different shapes as you twisted the end of the tube. Smiling? Cove picked up one and looked through, twisting the tube at them. For a second, he set it back on the rack, moving to the other side of the sea. He went under the awning, careful of his own floating dolphin. Joined him. Did you have places like this in your old town? Are you having fun? I don't really like it here. He said nothing. Having fun. Cole's been a quiet guy. Yes. He is. Cole didn't answer straight away, and after a few more moments, you thought he wasn't going to say anything at all. Little. When Cole moved towards some stalls nearby, you followed beside him. Ooh. Cute. I want a crab. That would be adorable. I love that. But Cole looked at the sand tiles. You were drawn to a table with colorful keychains laid out on it. They were stone in the shape of a sea creature. There was a plaque that read "Handmade," standing proudly in the water. There were lots of different types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, a turtle. Picked up the dolphin. Picked up the shark. Crab. You picked up the turtle. Crab is adorable. I really like that. Your hand stopped. What? Your hand stopped on the crab, claws raised, and a tiny smile on its face. It had big eyes and little legs, and the fabric was smooth when you picked it up. You had seen a few crabs at the beach before, though they usually scuttled away before you got the chance to look closely. like the idea of having a small crab all over your, even if it was just you were instantly enarmed. Checking the price though, your heart fell. $6. You didn't know much about money, but you thought that was a lot to spend on one thing. You really had more than a $5 bill to your name. Well, that changed the day you met Cope and his dad. You still had the $20 bill Mr. Bolden gave. You hid it away in your room. It was a grand sum of money, but you could have spent something that was at home instead of in your pocket. Maybe you'd have to ask your mom to bring you here again one day, not that you want it. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh, it's $6. I didn't bring any money. Fine. Really? Really? Are you sure? Hooray! You don't have to. I don't want you to get it for me. Pirate really wants that crab. Let him buy him something. That could just make them grow closer. No, and that's what we want. We want them to grow closer, because right now they're kind of just like, we don't really care about each other that much. So if he buys them something, someone buys you something, you feel a little fondness for it, just a little bit. Especially if you're hanging out with what they have. So why not? Hope took the keychain from your hands, and that was that. He was holding a small yellow bundle for himself too. My dad told me to. You beamed, decided the idea of displaying the keychain somewhere. Oh yeah, sure. Dad wanted not that you did. Dad. It was a nice of Cole's dad let Cole buy something for you too. You had to remember to thank him the time you saw him. After Cole paid, two of you stepped out of the store side by your side. What? The store side by side. Your balloon doll was knocking together and spiraling around in the air. You watched Cole hold up his new paddle to his face, examining it thoroughly. Hey, Cole. Yeah? Why is your dad always giving people money? Thanks for the keychain. Forget it. Can't answer that. Let's do the middle. Thanks, my dad. Cole looked further down the street, where different parts were lined up. Rested his non-cast arm over his stomach, and just as he did, yours let out a light growl. You hadn't eaten since breakfast. After all this wandering around, you were definitely ready for some more. Get some food. Yeah. You wandered around a short while, looking at all the delicacies that were available. Everything looked delicious. As the different smells, both sweet and salty, wafted over to you, your stomach growled even louder. After passing up hot dogs, snow cones, ice cream, and pizza, you both agreed on pretzel. Period. You got something sweet and cinnamony, and Bob got something sweet and cinnamony, and you got a plain one. Got one with cheese, yes, that's the one. Got one with sprinkles, ew. Got one with chocolate, not the same. Cheese. Got one with fruit. You licked your lips hungrily as the vendor handed your pretzel over, ready to take a big bite. Covered in gooey melted cheese, just the way you like it. It seemed odd to get a dessert pretzel before eating a normal food. Wait, hold on. Why is he being so judgy? Mind your business. You found an empty table close enough to the beach that the grit of the sand made terrible noises when you dragged the chairs out to sit down. These balloons are going to make it hard to eat. Poe placed his bucket on the table as he stared at his still balled up hand that was wrapped around the string. You opened your mouth to agree, but before an idea hit you. I know. After carefully placing your pretzel somewhere when it gets sandy, you tug the balloon dolphin out of Cole's hand and tied it in a delicate bow around. Oh! Cole bounced his arm up and down in place, testing the stability of your knot. After watching his balloon jostle around but remain attached, he smiled, satisfied. There, now do mine. You repeated the ritual. Cole struggled somewhat with the cast, restricting his fingers on one hand and the string already tangled around the other. Got it. You would be spent a moment admiring your handiwork. Both hands now free to allow easy munching on your pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste on your tongue with a smile as you looked out over the ocean. After a time, you finished your pretzel. You were done before Coke. It was boring not having you. You pulled on the string of your balloon to bring it down to your level. Then you held it off in your hands, manipulating it to make it look like it was jumping in the air. If you turned your face toward the beach, it almost looked like it was swimming in the waves, like a real dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you glanced back at Cove, he had left the remaining part of his pretzel on the wrapper, and he was gripping his dolphin too. Mine's name is Merryweather. He's a prince of the dolphins. Mine's name is Splash. They star in movies. Mine's name is Sherry. She's actually an alien. Mine's name is Sam. They're just a regular dolphin. I think that's weird. He wears a crown made of seaweed. All his friends are merfolk. Every now and then, he'll make friends with a kid, let them ride on his back. You saw it. Wish you could meet a real life dolphin like Merryweather. Yours. Hope considers this question. Placing a balloon against the table and resting his big arm across it in contemplation. It's a loud pop. The dolphin exploded into ribbons. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, exactly. For a second, all Clove did was gape in shock like you. Then his cheeks puffed up, squinting his eyes, and you start to glisten. Oh my god, it's a fucking balloon. You made a joke. You offered to find Xander. Oh, yeah. You offered to give Clove your balloon. He didn't say he would be alright. No, I don't think we should pick the last one. Because he did pay for art. No, not only rid of the asshole balloon. He'll be alright. Yeah, that one was saying, but very funny. The balloon. He did give you food. Why not? Have my balloon instead if you want it. Clove looked over at you, frowning. I don't want yours. Oh. You felt bad for Cove, but we're secretly glad you really liked the little dolphin and you weren't too eager to give it up. Most of the rest of the outing sniffling and didn't say much else. You're such a doubter. Passing of Cove's balloon was the last major event of your adventure. And the two of you headed back late that afternoon. You separated on the beach, and while Cove went straight home with his brand new towel in hand, you decided to sit for a while. You watched the waves in the sunset, fiddling with your new keychain. Another summer day was drawing to a close, and had been nice, for the most part. Hopefully there won't be any tears next time. Aw, well wasn't that funny? That was funny. Let's see, do you want to do another one, girlies? Oh, 57 minutes? Look at us, we're like true gamers now. Let's see, do you want to do another one, girlies? Let's see what we have. We have Grown Up, we have Long Day, we have Sandcastle, we have Fireflies. I remember from playing this game, the Fireflies was probably like the most like sweetest one. Do that one last. But let's see. Do Fire. It is cute. It's very cute. But like, you want to save the best for last, right? The best for last. I'm here to entertain you guys. So we're gonna do our Fireflies, baby. You want Grown Up? Okay. So Grown Up. So we're doing. Okay. We shall do the Grown Up then, and then. I'm trying to see. Do you want to finish all these today? That would be great, besties. It would be great. We're gonna see where life gets us. Where life takes us. Let's do Grown Up. Started right off with one sweltering summer day. You were in your living room with Cove, listening to the sounds of the birds chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug. Cove's dad had dropped him off earlier, and your moms have left you, along with Lizzie, to play among It had been too hot to go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mommy, so her sister was starting to get impatient to go to golf class that evening. What kid goes to golf class? I would like to have a word. The three of you had trouble finding something fun to do. The beach and the playground were off limits, and you felt that it was too warm for anything like playing with your fuzzy toy animal. And suddenly, a light came on her big brown eyes, and her smile spread wide across her face. Having an idea gave her a new wave. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. No, don't do that. It's a trap. They don't play outdoors anyways. They're always inside to tell everybody they're too busy to play. Why? I said why. And it'll be fun. Duh. What do they do inside that we don't, besides use the phone a lot? Including a small huff, Lizzie decided to ignore Cove. Harvey, what do you think? Do you want to? Cove said that doesn't sound fun. Maybe we can come up with something else. I don't know. Want to. Okay, I know as a kid there was like times we used to play school, like going to school every day and like, you know, that sort of thing. But I never had a adult. Why would you want to do that? It also sounds like later have the older sibling tell the younger ones what to do. The youngins all step around. Seems like a trap. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Come on, I didn't have no idea all day. Fine. Damn it. The victory against Cove under her belt, Lizzie turned to you, triumphant. I'll try it, but it sounds boring. Okay, I'll say. I kept hesitating. This one. We got vote. It's not gonna be, I guarantee. Lizzie seemed more determined than ever, you can only saw. That's why the night of you were about to bail on her, Lizzie thought over her options while you watched. After a few seconds, she clapped her hands together and beamed, apparently having settled on something without effort. Okay, you want to be a professional golfer. Irene, you and Cove can be a beach volleyball player, a gymnast, or a tennis player. Why can't we pick anything we want? I have a fun idea, that's why. We have to play sports as adults. Yep, you're gonna beat her ass. There's other kinds of sports too. Isn't the same. What do you think, Kyrie? Both those choices sound cool. You want to beat that, huh? I like those. It really doesn't. Haha, sounds like a blast. Is there anything else? You nodded. Maybe not. Kyrie has that too. Let's say it really doesn't. Lizzie pouted, resting her hands on her head. Well, too bad. I made the plan. You were a part of it, so choose one already. Not impressed with Lizzie's attitude, though he didn't bother talking more about it for now. Put over the list of possibilities: beach volleyball, gymnastics, or tennis. Out of all of them, you prefer to play volleyball, gymnastics, tennis. Well, me personally, I love tennis, even though I can't play because I have a bad knee and I hurt myself. Gymnastics is always something I wanted to do, but I just don't have the means or the ability. Beach volleyball. That reminds me of haiku. Haiku's it's an anime. I have seen some of it. Characters are fine. And let's just say that I don't know what year this is set in. Let's just say this is around the time haiku came out and they were kids. They're gonna go in the future and he just watches anime for a living. If you couldn't spend the afternoon at the beach for real, you might as well pretend you were there. Also because you can even wear your swimsuit to make it seem more realistic. Although Lizzie probably wouldn't let you run off and do that now. She had you here. Yes, that was clearly the top option. I want to be a volleyball player. Alright. How about you, Cove? I was going to pick volleyball. Oh my god, he's annoying! You're annoying, Cove. Go home. Go home, Roger. Because if there's her hands up in the air, making an annoyed sound. Exactly, Lizzie. You guys can't be the same thing. That's not how it works. You didn't say that. The rule's picking from the list. You can't keep adding more. Lizzie looked at the two of you and shook her head, resigned to losing his battle but not for her. Lizzie's ponytail bobbed when she proudly stretched her arms. Oh, I think I skipped something. I'm so sorry. What? We're Olympic athletes who just competed in the Olympics. Hope didn't seem all that impressed with the announcement. He made a face and adjusted the glasses on his nose. Really specific. That's what makes it fun. Anyway, Lizzie marched back and forth in front of the both of you, getting lost in her own imagination. I won all gold medals, and people are calling me the next Mickey Wright. Who's that? Lizzie stopped on the spot and turned on him, her brown eyes shining with impatience. It doesn't matter if you know who she is. It's a golf thing. You guys won medals too. Your team placed at silver. It's more real if we're not all in first place. Oh my god, this bitch. Silver sucks. I don't want silver. I'm okay with that. Hey, we can do better than silver. Silver's not bad. Nice. You stayed silent. You can definitely do better than silver. Plus, I know what you're doing. You want to see it first. I know. Proud of Lizzie and happy with you. Harry's right. Lots of people lose at the Olympus. Them's the breaks. And you're the one who did, not me. Look back, taken aback by Cole's declaration, and that's what the thought of her losing was completely absurd. No way, it wouldn't make sense. I'm already practicing my golf game. I don't care. She took a golfing stance to make her point, pretending to swing her club and hit an invisible ball. What house do you want to live in? Cole hadn't changed his mind about winning, but thinking about where he lived as an adult appealed to him, apparently, because he looked back at Lizzie with some thing. Going to live on the beach. She made a face at him, poking at her tongue. Kind of boring. You already have that. Oh my god. Girl, wants to be. No, not like a normal house here, but the street, on it, right in the sand, by the water. Just like that, all the tension was back. You hadn't even had a chance to choose where you would want to live. It's not very fun or smart, Cove. You can't live on a beach with sand and shells. Why the hell not? But I want to, and I will. Period. Cove narrowed his eyes at Lizzie, even though she stood half a head taller than him. Rocker shit. Get it. You didn't give out a list of things to pick from this time, so I'm picking that. Why So I'm picking that. Why are we even playing pretend if we can't imagine anything? That's a point. Oh, I skipped again. Sorry. One with an indoor pool and a place to practice my award-winning golfing. Yeah, I guess she's talking about where she's going. How come you were yelling about mine when your idea is even more impossible? Lizzie's face flushed red, her hands balling into her fists at her sides. It's not impossible. It's better than yours. Disagreements always seemed to crop up when the two of them were together. And you always felt like you were stuck in the middle. But when it came to the topic at hand, this time you thought, I prefer a mansion. Being on the beach was cooler. I went to agree with Lizzie. Hope was right. You were deciding between either of them. Also tired. There, maybe. You didn't engage with their bickering and instead dreamed up your own dream house. And you weren't going to share your idea with them either. You already knew it was a good one. You could swim whenever you want if you lived on the beach. We could still swim anytime we want from where we live now. Being a little closer doesn't mean anything. Says you. The two of them scowled at each other. You're being so unreasonable. You don't get what you want. The game doesn't make sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. But you're not. You had no idea what to do to make them stop it. It seemed like the two of them would just keep working each other up as long as they could. Nothing you said so far had kept them from being mad. Thankfully, like a pretty part angel, Mom walked us. Lizzie rushed her, hanging on to the hem of her shirt, poking at her temples. Lizzie, Kyrie, time to get ready to go. Where are we going? Hey, you have to leave already, Cove, their mommy said. They'll walk you home. Their mommy said that she'll walk you home so you left in the cold. Oh, it was hot. Cove was still glaring at Lizzie, his face was go by myself. What? Without giving Mom a chance to stop him, Cove stood up and walked out of the room, shoulders drawn tight. Okay. A worried Mom turned back looked down at you and Lizzie. You two were playing nice for our new friend, weren't you? You told the truth. Lied. I'll tell the truth. No, Lizzie and Cove kept yelling at each other. They wouldn't stop fighting about everything. Your sister's jaw dropped, looking betrayed. Mom put both her hands on her hips. Oh, oops. I told you to be kind to him. He's having a hard time right now. His mouth closed back up, replaced by a tiny frown. I know, I tried, but he was... No buts. You both know you can show someone a great time when you put your mind to it. We're going to apologize to Cove and his dad over the phone when he gets home. Lizzie hung her head, dragging a foot across the ground in front of her. Okay, Mom. Good girl. You caught pieces of Lizzie talking to herself about how it was his fault too, but it was over. Alright, you better get a move on. Let's go, kids! No, Lainey. Where did you leave the car keys? Mom hustled you all out the door, and you noticed during the car ride to golf practice, Lizzie was quieter than usual. She was usually the first one to request which music to listen to in the car. She didn't say a thing. Parents knew that she was in the mood. They gave her space, and Mommy just asked you what you like to listen to. What's your favorite song? It always made the car ride more fun. Soundtrack to a cool movie you saw a couple months ago. So the song you knew Lizzie liked. Maybe that was your movie. What's your favorite song? Eventually, Lizzie came around and started singing along with you. You both knew all the words, and your moms even sing along too. The car ride was over. You spent the spotlight hour watching Lizzie hit things with the other girls her age. Well, that's pretty. You didn't know much about golf. You could tell that she really liked it, so you got with your moms to try to puzzle it out. It was nice sitting up in the house all day, and you stretched her out, your legs for the last few minutes of warm yourself. Finally out of sight, dipping behind the horizon, you all. Instead of going straight home, your mom took the family out to dinner. You went to a restaurant you had all been going to ever since you could remember. The whole afternoon had been a bunch of outing. You hadn't been able to stop. And you could tell that all this helped Lizzie be listening. The car ride home was quiet. The radio provided escape from silence. Having the bitter spirits now, but the closer you got to your neighborhood, wiggled in her seat and frowned out the window. She knew what was coming when you all got back home. Clearly, she was dreading it. Soon enough, Mom was turning onto your street and reversing into the driveway. When she got to the station, it was dead silent. No one spoke, only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened their doors as he was the last one. Hold on, real quick, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Okay, we're back. No one spoke. Only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened their doors. Lizzie was the last one out. Once everyone was inside and done taking off their shoes, she dropped her hands on her hips. Now then, Mr. Holden's car is in his driveway, so he should be back from work. That's good news, isn't it, Elizabeth? Hash things out before the day's done. Liz didn't complain or put up a fight. Her head up so she didn't see anyone's eyes. She nodded once. Good, let's move this to the kitchen. We love moms. Mom went over to the house with the rest of you following behind her. Mom put a hand on Lizzie's shoulder as they walked side by side. Got the whole family getting up there. Oh, very attacked. You watched them from the back. It was only happening because you told them, Lizzie. This shit, you didn't regret it. You felt a little guilty, like you betrayed your sister. Didn't like doing it, but had to. It was her fault for doing it in the first place. You definitely didn't regret it. You frowned to yourself, recalling how Cove had left in such a bad way. Mom had told you to be on your best behavior with Cove, but Lizzie hadn't listened. She upset him more than usual. Before you stood around the kitchen, had it square, all eyes were on Lizzie, who kept her gaze on. Remember the number for Cove's house, don't you? Lizzie jerked her head in another nod, sullen. Without her further prompting, she stepped forward as she began to dial. Mom reached over and pressed her face. Suddenly, you could hear the phone ring on the speaker. A couple of times and stopped. Mr. Holden's warm voice at the other end. Oh, Daddy's back. Evening, Holden residence. Looked over at Mommy, unsure. She nodded encouragement. Hi, Mr. Holden. It's, Lizzie. Can I talk to Cove?
Absolutely.
Lizzie Miller? What a surprise. But of course you can say hey to the boy. Very as usual, though definitely meant it when he said it was a surprise. You thought hard. You were sure that your sister had never called Cove's house before. Mom spoke up before Mr. Holden or Lizzie could say anything more. Her arms were crossed over her chest. Her lips. Hi, Cliff. Mulaney. I forgive you. I hope I'm saying that right. Mulaney? Okay. Good evening. We're sorry to bother you so late. Say hello too. You said nothing to Cove's dad. Yeah, sure. Why not? Bought me food. Hiya, Mr. Holden. Game's all here, huh? Is something the matter? We're a bit concerned. It was quick for sure. No. Well, yes, but it's going to be okay. Lizzie and Cove got into a bit of a fight. You were hoping that the two of them could talk and make up. Good time for you and Cove? What a good mom. Hey, Cove didn't tell me anything about that. Oh, it does explain the funk he's been into. Lightly, despite he thought it was funny. Anyway, it's good he didn't catch us at a bad time. I'll grab him for you. There was some shuffling on the other end. Must have gone far because falling out. Cove, I'm on the phone for you. After a beat silence, there was more muffled talking from Cove's dad. Go on, bud. Lizzie called just so she could talk. A bit of course, though the conversation seemed one-sided since she properly. Eventually, Cove took the phone from his dad. Hello? Open your mouth. Only for Mommy to catch your eye and shake her head softly. Proud, but didn't say anything. Hey, it's Lizzie. Yeah, I know. Dad told me. Cove's tone was defensive. Lizzie turned to Mom, scowling. One stern look from her, though. Lizzie turned away.
Sorry.
I just called to say I'm sorry for not playing nice with you today. I won't do it again. Lizzie's eyes were downcast, her voice low. You could tell she felt uncomfortable apologizing to Cove in front of everyone. Yeah, why do you have to do that? He was still being genuine. Bad. Cove must have realized that too, because he sobbed quietly. Gold. He was done silent by the demand. You can understand why he did it. You had wanted gold. Alright, you win the gold. Okay. I guess I'm sorry too. Relief washed over everyone at his acceptance of them. Mom uncrossed her arms while Mommy's shoulders relaxed. Lizzie's eyebrows raised up. You wonder if she thought it's her apology. Dad, can I get off the phone now? You couldn't see him, but it was obvious that Cole felt awkward about the situation. He had come off uncomfortable the entire time. Yeah, you can go back to your room. Sure to say goodbye first, though. Bye, Lizzie. Bye. That said, Cole must have handed the phone to his dad.
That's a relief.
hope that ends well, as they say. Thanks for arranging this. I'm sure he appreciates it. Mom replied as he tugged on Mommy's hand to keep her attention. Can I go now, too?
Good job.
Sure, sweetie. Thank you very much for apologizing to me. Mom flashed a brief smile at Lizzie and her agreement. Given permission to leave, Lizzie scurried off towards the stairs. She seemed to be feeling much better with the incident behind her. Mom and Mommy returned to the phone, taking it off the speaker. They continued talking to Mr. Holding and couldn't tell what about. You're glad that was the end of it all. Lizzie and Cole might not get along, and probably still won't. They weren't mad at each other anymore. Mom and Mommy weren't upset either. Everything was finally back to normal. I thought you retreated to your own room, the spring in your step. Yay! That was fun. Car looks fine. Yes, it does look fine. So I feel like we've been playing for a while, and it's only 9 o'clock. But I do have things to do. So unfortunately, hang it up for tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming out to see me. Love it. Great. So I have kind of just been streaming whenever. I haven't set up like a schedule yet, but I think I'm gonna like stream on like Fridays and Saturdays. I think that'll be a good day to do it. You know, it's the weekend, people probably off work, school, whatever. So why not? So